Petri Dish, the Petri Dish, the Petri Dish.
This is
The Petri Dish, the Petri Dish, the Petri Dish. This is the Petri Dish. There's something grueling in here, and today it is musical popularity. Maybe not. I think honestly we're probably about as popular as we're gonna be for a while.
I don't know, man. I've made some strides around here, especially with this release. But yeah.
Is they always say it's more about consistency than it is,
Yeah.
volume or even quality sometimes.
Sure,
Look
yeah.
at the Mountain Goats. They released like 6 terrible sounding albums. And then eventually somebody was like, these songs are kind of good.
Yeah. You keep on going. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of nice to see a little bit like something cool like this happen, especially after just grinding like so hard for like the last 8 years touring and doing this. And like it couldn't have happened with like a better friend. You know what I mean? Like it was really special. It really was, man. Like it was like, I know like we don't get like, too sappy too often, but like it was really, really cool. It was like, it was a bucket list moment for me. And it was just like, I mean, I had a great time. Even like when like we're staying in the crappy Nashville hotel with roaches in the bath, like it was a great time.
Random blood on the walls. So you were like, they probably won't mind if I make a little paint splatter.
Yeah. If I paint on the wall, it's just gonna help. Yeah, but I love that they had the and that's the first place we stayed in Nashville for anyone that luckily, like, or not luckily. Why did I say luckily? Because I was talking about the hole in the door. Luckily does not apply. There was but yeah, like the peephole that you have in the hotel door, they was just gone, and they're like, oh, we'll just put the map over top of it. So yeah, but yeah, how are you doing, Bobby? I am so excited to have like Caveman out. Like I've listened to it like a lot today already.
I'm glad that these songs are out, if only because like these are the first 2 new tracks from Sad Giants since pre-pandemic. Like I dropped our most popular song, Car Ballet, literally dropped like March 22nd because
no kidding.
The pandemic was happening and I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna be able to tour on this song anyway. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Might as well get it out there. And it did great. And ever since then I'm like, well, that song did numbers, and I never was able to capitalize on it.
Well, and like I recorded last. I get that, so it's good to like get some out because I recorded last year, and like they're new songs that are out, but like I was not happy with the quality of. I mean, it's a fine little thing, but like so this was just. I mean, I wanted to get a little better quality, and this was just over the moon, and like I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think we need to real quick have a quick Sheila appreciation, Blair Beer, because she like as much as like I love like we love our songs and everything like that, what she adds like just
over the top.
Over the top. Yeah, it's amazing, and just like she just gets it right away. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like the part for because like Caveman was kind of her part on Caveman was like a last minute thing, and you gave her a few minutes, and she's just like, oh, I got this, and like it's just amazing. She's a magician with it. Like, and I was blown. I mean, yeah,
her like I remember. Only one of my 2 songs on there has violin, and that's because like we brought Sheila down because we already had her playing with you in one of our shows in Wisconsin. We already knew that would work out well. But I get done recording my guitar and vocal parts, and we still have like an hour in the studio, and I just walk into the break room like, hey Sheila, you wanna take a couple passes at this other song? And she was like, had her violin out still and everything. She was like, yeah, all right. Goes into the booth, busts it out in like 3 takes.
Yeah, I know.
And it's immaculate. It's so
like,
good.
We're the ones recording, but like, yeah. Oh, it adds so much, and then the parts that she did, like on 990 Miles and on Crumpled Up Poem, but like her part on 990 Miles, because she had played with me on Crumpled Up Poem before, but we hadn't done that, and then she kind of wrote that. We practiced a few times the night before, and like but you saw when we played, like I had her come up there and like we played several songs together where she just gets it, and I mean I couldn't be happier to have her on there. I mean, you're gonna go all out, and I think we recorded some really cool stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the tracks, and it's nice to finally have new music out there after
Yeah.
finding like a little amount of an internet community and going on tour and like playing a bunch of new songs and being like, sorry, you guys can't hear any of these songs I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, I mean, because I love, my Lessons in Losing album, and like I can refer people to that, but I also don't sound like that anymore as much anyway. Like there's a little bit different in how so it's nice to get something current out there and do whatever new, and like just to be able to give like those songs like what I wanted for them, and like I can't thank you enough, man. It was such a cool experience. I had like such a good time on that tour.
And
Um,
I can only hope that the next time we go on tour, we'll just have to end up in a place to record another random end of tour
Yeah,
split
we'll
of
just
new
yeah, we'll just
songs.
we'll make it work. We just got to travel during tropical storms, pretty much. Is I think is what the is what the key is for that.
Yeah, just like have
But
half the tour be canceled, and then
yeah,
we'll just sit around in a studio making shit happen. It'll be great.
yeah. No, it worked. It made it all worth it. I love that it's such like a road story that you hear, but like we recorded in Nashville and then we got served like banh mi. We didn't even see the people bring it, and then we slept in a truck stop in Nashville, Illinois. Like
Yeah,
but but
there was so many parts of that journey that were unbelievable low points and
oh
then
yeah,
unbelievable high points where
oh
I'm like
yeah.
it all just kind of evened out between like turns out the roof does leak and we are
Yeah,
driving through a rainstorm, but we also still have to sleep in here.
I still remember we were going through Cincinnati and like big cities in the rain, like I get anxiety, whatever, because we're just going through a lot of traffic, and then like you're just over there, Ocean Man, you're just singing Ocean Man as you're just barreling through this traffic. I'm like, all right, things are gonna be all right.
Well, one we have the dorkiest playlist, which is still live. It's the Fallback
Yeah,
Again
yes.
tour. You can find it on our Spotify pages. It's got one every day. We started off with "Theater Girls Will Break Your Heart" by the wonderful Minneapolis artist Zach Baker.
Zach Baker. Yep. That was the anthem
Still,
for our
still a jam. Still a jam. And
still
then
a jam.
we like Ocean Man happened because I think it was one of the places in Wisconsin, but I'm pretty sure it was Wausau. It like came up on the like touch tunes in the bar, and
Yeah, yep.
I was like, oh,
Oh,
this is a
that
moment.
song.
So I shoved that in there. So then I'm just driving around like Ocean Man, dabbing the rain off the roof with one hand, trying to set the cruise
I think we
control.
used some fast food napkins
Yeah.
to to
Well,
soak up some of the rain.
even
Yeah.
better. Like we had,
Yeah. I love you,
yeah.
sweetheart. Bye.
Oh shit.
All right.
We
See
had
you soon.
so much
Love you
fast
too.
food napkins and gas station. Oh,
Gas station paper of any sort.
and my straight up like this should be for a school district like brown roll of paper towel because during
That's
during the pandemic when they were all running out of paper products, I was like fuck it, and I just got an Amazon box of like budget paper towels. And so I still had some and brought a roll on tour, and it was great because hey, you got to blow your nose a lot and you got to clean off the roof, and who knows who's leaking what fluids when. So,
I think this is the perfect time to say, hey, I'm Brian James Hoffman.
hey guys, if you didn't remember, this is Brian. Go back a couple episodes. Actually, no, it was a while ago.
Yeah, a little bit ago.
Go back like over a dozen episodes, and you'll hear us talking shit about the same tour, but when it was much more fresh in our minds.
Yes.
Only the cool stuff remains now.
Yes. No more Zildjian.
Oh shit. Oh. So a thing popped up in my stories. It was of that night, and I was like petting Chad's super fat cat.
He's got some big fat cats, dude.
Yeah,
Those are
and
fat
so
cats.
I was just sitting there like, what is this video from? Like, where are we at? And I just like blocked all that shit out. It like
You
left my
kind of
brain.
have to, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, who's singing? Where are we? Whose cat is that? And I was like, oh shit, this is the night.
The night. Oh, it defined a lot of things. It was quite the yeah, and it's always I stayed in Stevens Point this last time with Joe. We stayed at Silas's.
Nice.
and it snowed like 3 inches overnight. Plus, there was freezing rain beforehand. We didn't know where the place was, and we couldn't find it. So Joe and I, so we're out with our suitcases and blankets in the rain, and then he had me go first down the stairs, and I'm like, I don't know, man, but I get it because Joe is smaller, and he could have
Yes.
died if I slipped.
If somebody if somebody was going to barrel into another, it would be the more barrel like of people.
Yeah, that's true.
If Donkey Kong was going to throw one of two of you,
It's true. I would do. I have more damage. I get that. No, that was a really cool show. I got to give Sheila her painting that I gave her for Sheila Dandelion. She's in Hemlock Chaser. I guess we didn't drop that. She's a wonderful musician out of Wisconsin. But yeah, no, we played there, and so she played with me a handful of songs at the end. I broke Silas's capo. Like I just went to go grab it, and it just broke in my hands. and
which sucks because those are like $20.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm sorry, man. So then I told him it was a power move, and he liked it better that it was a power move. But we figured it out. But no, it was really, really cool. But it was also a college party. So like I was working on a paint. I got paint markers, and I was working on a painting in the back, and they're like, "Can I color it in?" I'm like, "No, you cannot."
You can buy it for $60 right now and paint whatever you want on it with your own paint later. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to tell you, I had a commission a little while back, or actually just yesterday I delivered
sexy
it.
One?
But no, but it was I can't we'll talk about it off air.
Beautiful.
But either way, that's great to bring up right now. But I was thinking in memoriam, or not memoriam, in honor of our release of Mankind of the Big Show, that, and especially since I'm wearing the shirt even, I played Donnie Days. Yeah. I played Donnie Days, which is actually my grandpa used to put on a fireworks show, Don Hoffman over in Stickney, and he'd put it on he had a fireworks stand after he retired, and then he sold fireworks, but he put on a fireworks show for free for the community, just kind of get kids out there. He tried to get things going, but he's very similar to me, whereas like you got good ideas, but the follow through is a little but like the town came together after he passed away a few years ago, and this year was the first year of Donnie Days, and I got to play music. I got to open for the street dance, and there was the first time a lot of my family had heard me play, and like uncles and stuff I'd had problems with had given me hugs and like apologized, and like it was just absolutely amazing. Like I really that's where I was supposed to play up in Fargo that weekend, but like I just kind of felt that's where I needed to be, and it was absolutely amazing. So like, but in honor of that, I think I need to tell the Dickie Doo story.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
All right, so let my grandfather, the wonderful man I was just mentioning, he passed away back in 2019. I looked up to him a lot. we hauled hay together. It was my first job, everything like that. And he was getting kind of towards the end, and I went to go visit him. And I mean, mind you, this man is my idol, my hero. So the second to last time I visited him, he has a talk. Like he met with he was saying on one of his old jobs he was going, and this DOT guy pulled him over, or highway patrolman. I can't talk. And either way, highway patrolman pulls him over, gives him all sorts of tickets, everything like that, because he just didn't have anything, strapped down regularly. But we lost a lot of hay bales. Like, I mean, like he was a loose cannon.
Wasn't exactly by the books.
No. Well, the reason, like, I was wondering, like, why did we always turn off the interstate here? And he was always, and every time I drive around those same places, I'm like, oh, it's because he's driving around way stations. Like he's not doing anything. Like I clearly see, like I told you the ostrich thing,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is in your blood to be a little bit not by the books.
Yeah. And the funniest thing because a side note with my grandpa, when I was looking through his suitcase, which is now mine, it had a certificate in 1988 when he was trying to buy an ostrich. And I'm a very impulsive person too, but like I showed you that, and you're like, so you're telling me that you're the only one with mental illness in your family? and that got me pretty good. I still laugh at that. Okay, so back to it. I meet him. He talks about this highway patrolman. He, guy pulled him over, gave him a real bad time, and then either way, he sees the guy pulled over on the side of the road years later, and his car's broke down, and my grandpa helps him. It's the same guy. He ends up going and having dinner with his family, has a really nice thing like that, and he's like, my grandpa, like, he's like, it was just kind of like a lesson, like, yeah, it's like never, just like never judge people by just one thing there and stuff like that. It was really really just nice interaction, and things like that, and like you know, so that was really really nice. And then the last time I saw him, he wasn't as coherent, and he said to me the only words, "You have a Dickie Doo." I'm like, what? And then my aunt explains to me right next to him that means your gut goes out further than your Dickie Doo. And those are the last words that my favorite man in my life ever said to me.
So yeah, if you guys ever see anything of me talking to Brian and just responding Dickie Doo, it's because it's very funny.
Like, I can't even be mad because that's hilarious. But
That's
I remember
I want my last words to be that great.
right.
Oh fuck.
I mean, I guess I'm not sure if I want my last words to be body shaming my bulimic grandson, but but no, I'm just kidding. I've made peace with the Dickie Doo, and I know that I ain't getting any different words, so I try to live by those words.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to. Uh, so yeah, that's the Dickie Doo story.
And all you can do now is hope to have a legacy that sticks out even further than either of those things.
Yes. Damn it. You got me. I'm gonna faint. I'm just kidding. Oh jeez. Yep.
Perfect. So yeah, we're releasing a bunch of sad songs today.
We are.
We
certainly are.
I have a whole TikTok strategy because you got to do music marketing on the algorithm's terms and everything.
Got to, yeah.
But like, I'm excited.
You should maybe text me some pointers on that, like on times and stuff, because I
don't
really know.
I'll even send you the YouTube video of instructions that I'm following of a guy who's just like a music marketing person.
Okay. I know for a while it was 5 and 2 a.m. and like for like certain post times or whatever, but then it's changed, and I can't. I'm like, there's some I can't follow it that much because I mean, even with like live streaming with art, like there's sometimes like I can't be explaining what I'm doing, especially with an abstract. I can't be explaining what I'm doing. I'm just gonna
sometimes you're just doing it by heart, and you're like, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna look cool if I do this.
I saw the guy the other day, and like I guarantee these songs are gonna be trash because he was writing songs on his live stream. And I'm like, that's a very intimate moment. You know what I mean? Like I bounce off a lot of dumb ideas before I get the good ones. You know what I mean? So like
sometimes the lines are too much, too heavy handed. Then you're like,
yeah. And so he's writing them on there, and then the people are giving suggestions. He's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, we're not gonna group think a song up. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, but
it's almost as bad as letting AI do your lyrics, is letting everyone in on it.
Oh, I know. I mean, it'll probably happen. Like, I think an AI could actually have a pretty easy time with a pop country song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and really, why are we wasting like people on it anymore? Let's just have AI do all the pop country because they don't care what they get anyways, as long as it says like, yeah.
If that's where radio goes, honestly, hey, radio, you had your time, and now you're dead.
See, yeah, it's kind of true. Speaking of which, I might be on the radio sometime here.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, which is kind of cool. No, actually, at the Donny Days thing, I met the people from Q107 here in town, and I'm going to be meeting with them sometime this week, even if it's just like a small little blurb about it and showing them where it's streaming. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But they were and her name was Shania, so that seems like we're in the right direction, right?
Yeah, and I looked online at their stuff. It's one of the few independent radio station companies still left operating just even anywhere. So it's kind of cool
well,
to just have that.
And I think the thing is like, and that was a lot of the reason, like, and I've kind of come to some, I don't know, I guess realizations like with around here, like some of it, like don't get me wrong, there's some of it out here that I just need to get out because there's more out here, but there's also some that I've just been rejecting because I've received a lot of love Like dude, I walked into the gas station this morning. You know what song was playing?
What?
My song,
What?
because I know the gas station guy, and he
And
was
they just
listening to
got your shit in there?
Yeah, yeah, and he was listening like, no, I cried almost.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was such a special. I mean, such a special little moment, and like he doesn't realize, but like, because I talk to him every morning before I go to work and stuff, and yeah, but like yeah, but like I thought that was pretty cool, and then like, but I don't know, but even like at the Donnie Days thing, like that was really special because I only played music for my grandpa once. It was actually with Poor Choices, which is kind of funny.
Oh.
Yeah, but they played my mom's 50th, and my grandpa was there, but. I feel bad about that event specifically, but both the people that said bad things are dead now. But like Ben Cadis played, and Ben Cadis is a very talented musician. I really enjoyed. Have you met Ben Cadis or not? From okay, he's from
Oh
Sioux
wait,
Falls.
no, no, I don't think
Okay,
I.
all right. Well, he's from Sioux Falls. He's a really great musician. I mean, and obviously my 80-year-old aunt isn't gonna like punk music. You know, I get it. But I played, and then he went up and played, and then my aunt Florence, while Ben can clearly hear, just leans over on the picnic table to whoever's like, I like the other ones better than him. I don't really care for him that much. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, I've been trying to find a way to apologize to Ben about that. And Ben, I'm gonna make you listen to this podcast. I apologize that my aunt didn't like your music. She's a great aunt. Her name was Florence. She dyed her hair red, but I bought a car for my grandpa, and he went everywhere with Florence. And literally, I wondered like a few weeks after I got it, I'm like, what's this red stain on the headrest? And like, yeah, her hair dye I don't know if she was using Kool-Aid, I don't know, but but it was not her natural hair color, which we all knew. But yeah, either way, great woman. She wouldn't let you lean against her walls, but that's okay. Big wooden spoon on the wall. We know the person, right? We can move on. I don't want to disgrace Florence. She was a great lady.
Big wooden spoon on the wall. Yeah.
We know the details. We all been there, right?
Yep. Kool-Aid hair, big spoon.
Kool-Aid hair, big spoon. Bada bing, bada. We've been watching Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay lately. And god damn, that guy is mean. Like in that show, he's great
only in
like,
that show. He's got like 5 other shows where he's perfectly
like,
normal.
Master Chef, he's fine. Like Kitchen Nightmares, he's fine. Hotel Hell, he like trying to like whatever. But then you get on there and he's just like like using slurs and like calling the guy fat and like it's just like, what are you doing, man?
I love that like it is a persona, but he is going to like hammer it home as hard as possible. Because there's been times where he's let them like. There's been times where like there was that one time he was yelling at a guy and the guy had like a full breakdown and he was like, "Oh, my abusive dad used to yell at me the same way," and Gordon's like, "Well, then I'm gonna yell at you slightly differently." He's like, he like took the information. He was like, "Okay, I won't yell at you in these specific ways because it's triggering for you, but you have to know you're fucking up."
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I get how he runs a kitchen. I could never operate in that type of kitchen, but like, I get how he does it. He does whatever. And, like, and it's like, yeah, you don't take it personally. But like, if someone calls me a stupid fucking idiot at work, I'm gonna take it personally. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, maybe that's why I couldn't hack it. And I mean, someone threw a salad. Like,
sometimes when you get in the kitchen, people are stupid fucking idiots.
It's the truth.
You're rubbing your raw pork hands all over my salad? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Leave the building forever.
There's some of those things like seriously though. Like I like for me, I don't like because I watch Kitchen Nightmares first. So we just started Hotel Hell. We're down to Kennedy and I just have to finish the finale. It's Michael versus Ralph. And we're going for Ralph because Michael's kind of I don't know. He doesn't look like he eats food. I'll tell you the truth. That's season 1, But like either way, but I don't think that you can't run a kitchen like football practice. You know what I mean? Like I get that you have to have consequences and learn and things like that, but like it's not like not everybody operates that way. Like I mean, I think that you do it like kitchens are tense. We've worked in them, and things like that. I know that, but I don't know. He just. Like he seems like he's doing it as a show on Hotel Hell or on Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. But like on Hotel Hell, like when he yells at people that freaking deserve it, on like hotel. Like I love it because I'm like, yeah, put him in his place because no one else is gonna, But
it's like, why is there
we
cocaine
actually,
and jizz in here?
yeah,
And they're like, sometimes we don't mop. And he's like, you have to clean your hotel.
sometimes we don't mop. Guard the cocaine and jizz off our floor.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, if you want a successful hotel, no jizz.
No jizz.
And they're like,
or burning mattresses.
yeah,
Or
they're
TV
like,
channels that are stuck on one guy.
how dare you come into our hotel and disrespect us like this? You will deal with our cum.
Yeah. Oh my God. Joe and I stayed at the American in Davenport, Iowa. And I'm coming for you, American in Davenport, Iowa, because goddamn it, I spent $60 in that room, and there was a green chair that Joe or I would not sit in because it was covered in cum. There were white stains all over that fucking thing, and it seemed like some guy was just like doing like trick shot. I don't know.
Probably the cum chair.
Yeah. Joe sat on like literally. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm like I mean I'll lay wherever. I'll lay on your trash if that's what looks the most comfortable. But Joe is a married man with a job, and which as are you.
Standards and
either way,
things.
but no, he sat on my suitcase and then he finally laid on top of the blanket of the bed. But like no, I mean like it. But the thing is like he hadn't stayed in the Nashville. What was the name of the place? It was like a name of a flower, right?
It was something, and it was called like Sweets. It wasn't.
No,
like
it was like boutique inn. But like I was gonna say flower, and then I was gonna say lymph node, which is not right.
Yeah, there was not any lymph node hotel.
Yeah. But it was right by a Cracker Barrel.
Was right next to it.
I mean, but hey, we got to think about this. Okay, the three closest businesses were Cracker Barrel, Motel 6, and Waffle House. Are we expecting something?
It was crazy to think that like the best we could do in that area was the Cracker Barrel, because everywhere else was either
would have been amazing
bugs and fist fights.
Yeah. But no, it's true. And that chicken fried steak was fine. Cracker Barrel is a serviceable chain. Like they're okay.
We didn't really eat puzzle.
We didn't eat any Southern food other than Bojangles, really, did we?
No, because we didn't have we didn't have any money.
Yeah, exactly. Can I admit something? Okay. Now I rave about Bojangles because it's good. It's good chicken. It's good whatever else like that.
Definitely.
But you know what chicken I enjoyed better on that trip?
The gas station chicken.
The KFC we got.
Oh, that was triumphant.
Yeah,
we were
better.
Safe.
Yeah, we were safe. It was Oh man.
That KFC represented a coming up in the world.
It really did. Well, because I got that. Well, Tyler Benson bought the painting that we did with Amanda, right? So that's like what got us to the other hotel room and got us like a little bit to get out of there. So it was nice, it was nice to have. But like, because like the second place we stayed at, that Clarion Inn, was pretty good. I liked it.
Nothing bad about it.
Aside from the
Continental Breakfast guy,
Continental Breakfast security guy, yeah. He like, I mean, and don't we? And the thing is, like, we talked about him to Sheila, and then he was like on his best behavior when she was there. He acted fine, but we saw him the few days before. I saw him card the black guys, card you, and not card me. Like, okay, like, I mean, the only thing difference of all those guys is I'm white. All these other guys aren't. We'll card all the guys that aren't white. Yeah, like, that's what he was doing.
He was definitely like, how dare these people try to get a free $3 meal?
Yeah. Well, and I'm sorry. Like, it was cool. I was actually happy that it was kind of like it was a in-house made breakfast. Yeah. Like, I'm not a big fan of that pork scramble they had. It was kind of like that ham. That ham seems like it's seen better days. But like, it was still fine. It was a decent breakfast and decent whatever, but like, and there was a pool if we would have whatever, but like, it was a decent hotel. But that guy, I don't know. He was like, he put the news on so he could complain about the news to guests.
Yeah. It's like, you could just watch game shows.
100%.
Shit wrong with that.
Yeah. I tell myself that when I'm watching the news, I'm like, you can just watch game shows. You're not fixing any of this. Like, there's nothing you can do to fix any of this. I mean, you can be the best person you're going to be, but like, you're not stopping that. But, but yeah, I just look back on it fondly. It was one of the best tours I've ever been on. And man, like I hope you know that like I fucking love the shit out of you. You're one of my best friends. You've been such a good friend to me. I've had and through times that like I, haven't been the best to other people. So like I hope you know, and like I don't I've said it to you, but I'm gonna get mushy now. Like you are a great person. You shine a light. You're so fucking funny. You're so fucking nice. You're so like, I mean, like you're great. And I'm so happy for you. And I can't wait to just get gout and limp around at your wedding, dude. So I'm gonna eat a lot of pork sausage links that morning.
Man,
So
you wait until whatever next tour we go on. I'm gonna
well,
get
I'm gonna see I'm
gout
seeing you.
too.
I get to see you
That's
in
true. In a
October.
couple months.
You're gonna give me my fucking Bluetooth speaker back.
Yeah, I will. Alicia
It's a
kept
heavy thing to mail. I'll give you that.
she kept telling me like, "Are you gonna mail Brian's speaker back?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I got to do that." And then when you booked the tour, I was like, "He
Yeah.
can wait a whole year."
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Kennedy asked me every day about the speaker, and but I know that I left it in the car. I know who we are. I'm like, I'm gonna get it in this fall. It's fine.
Either that, or I'm gonna remember like a couple weeks from now, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I've got an Amazon box that'll fit this," and then just it'll happen. But
Hey, if that happens, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll get it in October. It's okay. I've made it work. I have my little jukebox thing. It's like one of those record player, CD player, radio things. And
yes.
I have an aux thing that I put in that. And yeah, but
You wait, I'm gonna mail it to you, and they're gonna fucking lose it.
fuck, that'd be great. I had someone lose one of my favorite paintings I've ever done in the mail the other day.
Well, fuck.
Yep. So it's great. And then I had someone else. I did this really cool one. It was kind of like a psychedelic fire tree, like over a fence thing, but it was kind of like wavy. It was really, really cool. I even did the wave in the sky. Very Van Gogh-y. I was really, really pumped about it. And the dog just like charged its head through it because they had it setting next to their couch. And I'm like, I leave my painting setting next to my couch. You don't, you know?
Yeah.
Like I shove my paintings in the trunk of a car. You don't.
You're supposed to have a spot for this.
You're supposed to care about this more than me.
That's what art is.
Yeah.
Art is I'm tricking you into thinking that I'm great so that you buy stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I just sold this beauty. Hey. And I actually really love it. It's kind of cool, right? I'm working on my mountains. I think I did pretty well. Yeah. But yeah. So Bobby.
Yeah.
Caveman.
Oh yeah.
Like seriously. You like I've loved a lot of songs you've written. Like I really have. But that song for me, especially with the loss of a friend, and that's something I've dealt with in the past as well too. I mean, we all, but like what you did with that, I hope you know is just it's amazing. It's a really great song. When Michael and I were Mike Hansen and I were standing next to each other at the aquarium and you played that for the first time, that was my first time hearing it. We were both like, yeah, that's the one. Like that's the thing there. And then seeing you play it at Badger's Den, and that guy on the couch just fucking breaking down.
I'm
like,
so glad I have a video of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you can just see him like,
no, he's just and don't get me wrong, that's the way I was feeling. That's the way I feel when I
that's
that
the
song.
way that song is supposed to make you like. That's why it's been so hard to advertise because it's like
but you captured it, and I think honestly, like I mean, like it really is a great song. Like I like as much as I'm very proud of the ones I've written, but like that's a song I wish I wrote. Like it's amazing. Like. And you're so talented. You've always been a great singer, but like to see you come into your own and do your own thing, like I could not be more proud of you as a friend, and like, I mean, seriously, first show I ever played in Sioux Falls, we were both out of towners. We just got this weird like CMN thing. And like you showed up, you guys were late even like,
we got like doors were at 7. We got there like just after 7.
Yeah. And the thing is like, I was using vocal spray because I did not think I could sing at all. Well, first off, and everything like that, but we played together. We did that, and like we did a few more shows, and then like. And then we casually, like, but slowly got closer, just kind of being kind of the outsiders. And, I mean, and because there's more than just the Sioux Falls pocket. And I love those guys. There's a lot of great people up there, a lot of great musicians. But, like, we had to do our own thing. And I think that even 10 years later, we're doing our own thing. And we're
we still have to do our own thing, and we're doing it.
Can I tell you something that I
Yes.
probably shouldn't say on the podcast, but I'm gonna because I'm gonna
Oh,
put it out
hell
there.
yeah.
Okay, Dana from Out in the Hills, who I painted the mural for at the thing
Yep.
there. They own the Cave. They run the Cave Collective. Either way, she is friends with Martina McBride.
Ooh.
So Martina McBride is doing a compilation coming up here soon that has and like suicide prevention and like parents making the right decisions for their children and things like that, doing everything like that. And I recorded in her studio, and my friend Dana has already mentioned my name to her. So even if
Beautiful.
that compilation doesn't happen, because of this, my name got mentioned to her. So when I hear I already cried when I heard Independence Day because it's a great song. Like, you know what I mean? But like that doesn't even seem real, man. Like that, and but no, I mean it's all kind of falling into place, and like I'm really grateful, and I'm really grateful to have you around. And I don't mean to keep getting sappy. I don't mean to keep getting sappy. Sometimes you just gotta Dickie Doo, you know.
I'm so glad that Caveman came together the way it did, because like writing that song was initially just like, frequently I will just have words clanging around in my head with no real melody in mind. And
Sure.
so that was one of those times where I was just, I was sitting there just like processing, like, okay, I guess good things come at a cost, but I'm feeling fucking busted
Broke
and
right now.
shit.
Yeah.
Yep. And then like the words
No.
just
Yeah.
kept coming out. And then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm gonna put this to the
Yeah.
chords I know.
No. Like I
C,
mean,
G, A minor, and
each
F.
each verse of that is an amazing poem. You didn't need to get crazy with the chords. Like
Yeah.
you like as much as the chords are there, like it's you. That song is you, and that song is just you, freaking raw emotion, and it is tremendous. Like it's like yeah,
That's why I really think that like Sheila's addition of the violin part
we had her there
it
already.
helps it so much, because like
Yeah.
the song is immensely heavy, and if those in between words parts didn't have that little bit of like a violin dancing over the top, everyone would just
Yeah.
have to take that time to like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and breathe before more words
Yeah, before the
happen.
next ones come, and then it just carries them through it. It carries you through that emotion, but it carries you through in such a hauntingly beautiful way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it is such a beautiful song, and it's so good. Like it's so good. Like it's really really fucking good. And I'm mad about it. I'm mad that it's that good.
The only thing I will say negative about it, maybe a couple things. I will say I wish my voice wasn't so raw from the tour when I did it, because like obviously I definitely wanted to like, I that song builds into me just emotionally yelling the whole time,
Yes.
but I wish I would have had just a little more of my regular voice
No.
intact for it. But
No.
it
No.
really works. It
That
really
no,
works for that track.
the way you sang it on that, I will tell you is 100% fucking perfect, and it captured that moment 100%. So don't, I mean, like seriously, I get what you're saying. Like I get what you're saying because I'm gonna tell you what my flaw is right now on I-90 miles. The way I say things the first time, right before the chorus, there, I say things weird. I bring it back on the second time, but I'm like I'm not gonna be able to sing it any better, so I stopped. You know what I mean? Because what I did is I took way too good care of my voice. You know what I mean? Didn't do anything the whole time while we were getting ready, and my voice was just fine. And then I got in there, and I'm like, I have no rasp whatsoever, and that's what I like on my vocals and things like that. So what's the guy's name who was our
Dave?
no, it's not Dave. It's like a C. Or is it Chris?
Chris
Steve.
Steve, he had a very regular name, but I have it in my
Yeah, yeah,
notes because I
yeah,
did not want to forget him.
yeah.
Let's see. Steve. Yep, Steve Cordry.
Steve Cordry. Okay, so
He was our
Steve,
engineer.
yeah, Steve is like you were doing something in there, and he's like, well, go over here and yell. So I had to go over and yell. You know, I had to go over and I just yelled for a while. And because I had like coffee and honey, was doing everything like that. I yelled for a while. I went down. I bought a pack of cigarettes. I already had that Jameson. So I'm like, Jameson cigarettes. I'm in a Nashville studio. I'm going to like do whatever, get my voice over. Because like my nerves were so fucking high. Like I was
Oh,
nervous. I was
definitely.
really, really nervous.
I
And
could
you knew
tell
that too.
you had your high beams on. You just had
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
had your like, my eyeballs are recording today.
Yep. Yep. No. And like, so even on the drive up, you know, and like, and I'll admit, There's too much Brian Fallon on that album, on that playlist. But I will admit, like when we played Tin Pan Alley, we're going past the Nashville skyline, and Tin Pan Alley by Brian Fallon was playing. Like that was a good moment for me. And then I got to hear you sing that damn chess musical song again, as I heard you sing so many times. And the thing is, like, I do not like the song, but it is so entertaining because you get into it so much. Like it's insane. You get into it as much as you get into your snores, dude. Like it's a. But Bobby does snore. If you tour with Bobby, bring earplugs. I'm gonna next time, and it's not your fault because I know I snore too. So
yeah, I have a fat, soft palate back there, and he likes to dance.
We were a fucking bear's den. I will say, like, I mean, because I snore too. I mean, so, but yeah, I know that I'm gonna have to bring earbuds next time just for myself, but also, Murfreesboro. Did you hear the night before we recorded? Right next to us, just crazy loud sex.
Oh no, I one of my favorite things about me is I can sleep anywhere at any time. I'm always just a little bit sleepy. And maybe it's the amount of coffee I drink, but like
sure.
I try not to drink any coffee past 5 p.m. or else I will be up. But I can also still be like, my heart kind of hurts because I drank too much coffee. I can still go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and I can't. I do okay. I do better now than I used to be able to. Like I used to not be able to sleep away from home at all. So like tours were really detrimental because I just like wouldn't get any sleep. But, like so I've gotten better at that. But like I will say, have I told you about when I woke up covered in spiders in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was one time I took melatonin, but it was perfect. Like I had the tent, I had the screen off of my tent on the top, and I had everything. And I'm like, it was under the stars. I had just driven 11 hours to see Amanda, and it was like really, really cool. Like we had a good visit, and I'm like, oh, landing on the stars, it's a good night. And then like 45 minutes later, like 25 spiders are all over top of me, and they're huge. Yeah. So either way, so that fucked with my sleep a little bit, but so I threw a fleece blanket into the fire pit, and then I slept in my car. So yeah, that happens. But what I was gonna say is you touring with like we're both, I mean, I'm sure because there are times like when I talk too much. I know that there are times when whatever else like that. But like I think you and I have the compatibility, and we've toured with shitty people, a shitty person, but we've done that. But we know each other well enough that like we can read off of it, and we can do whatever else like that. And like that's very valuable because it's really hard. Because even some of my like I have some really good friends that I can't travel with. You know what I mean? And but I thought it was great. And I mean I had and it was like a reunion too because it was kind of like a vacation because like hey man, I haven't seen this guy in 5 years, and then we're
and I just fucking pull up like, hey, haven't seen you in like 5 years. What's up?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, man, like it wasn't like it was 5 years. I mean, we pick up right where we left off, and I think like when you get older, that's kind of what friendship is. You know what I mean? Like, and things like that. Because I have friends that are far away. I have more friends that are far away than I do have around. And but I just hope like I really appreciate it, and it's like exactly what I needed. And all my guinea pigs are dead now. I figure that's a good thing to tell you.
Just in time for the sad songs.
Yeah, just in time for the sad song.
Caveman can be just equally about the graveyard of guinea pigs you've left in your past.
Yeah, left them in my dad's backyard. The dog dug.
I guess I'm glad that you actually buried them.
So then our dog dug up one, and then I was walking into the flower bed with my goddaughter, and then there's this dead festering guinea pig there, just like wet. I don't know how it was wet.
The rain just popped it back out so like a little potato.
We were having a very like beautiful moment. Like we're just like, oh, aren't these flowers pretty? And they're like, oh, there's Lillian, and she was not herself. And yeah, it was. So I just grabbed a shovel and kind of
poke her back in there.
Yeah, just kind of shove it and scrub it. But it was not great. No, but not on a non-insensitive note. Like they were great pets. I really, really miss them. Like they were fun. We have a dog now. It's good, everything like that. And I know they had short lifespans, but they were good to me. And I really miss them. So R.I.P. Gordon, Lillian, Rosie, Louie, and Rosalita. So, but they're all dead. and they've all died since we planned this tour. So I hope this is for something. Could you listen to our songs on Spotify, please?
For the love of God, stream our music or Brian will buy another one.
My pets will keep dying if you don't listen to my music. I guarantee it. Charles is like 14.
I just also want everyone to remember this is a comedy podcast and we are not holding animals hostage.
No, we are not holding animals hostage.
Fuck. I feel a little bit bad about, because like obviously the track is Caveman, and in all this, it's like it's got such an emotional poignancy. But
yeah, the better advice.
I have another song in the thing called CBT.
CBT's great,
which is a great song. It's one of Alicia's favorites, if not her favorite song of the new ones that I've written, and I'm just not advertising it because I've got to focus on Caveman.
Caveman's the one, man. Like, but it doesn't mean that that's not a good song. Because it has a great. I mean, obviously, cognitive behavioral therapy has helped us both out a bunch. But also, it just has like, I mean, it's a very good song. And I mean, people are gonna be, but like, it also it's a lift me up after Caveman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but like, so I mean, it has its purpose, does whatever else. But I get what you're saying. Like for me, it was kind of nice because like both songs, you know what I mean? Like my big mental health song is Crumple Up Home, and like my big like home song is 990 Miles, so like but like it's hard to pick which songs, but like I if I were you, I wouldn't have picked any two different ones. Like I mean, it's just the Caveman's so fucking good.
It's
like,
it's just such a
it does not mean that CBT is bad. It's just the Caveman is such a good fucking song. And yeah. I actually get to show my friend Dallas the recordings right after this. He's here. He's sitting on the couch. Yeah.
Caveman is such an emotional gut punch that like it's like when you're doing group therapy and there's that one person that has the real problems and everyone just kind of sits and goes like, fuck.
Can we talk group therapy for a second?
Please do.
Okay. So you know me. You know how I'm scared of, like, if I step near someone, I'm stepping on their toes. I'm terrified of everyone and upsetting anyone, right? So I go to this DBT group, right? Dialectical behavioral therapy for those that aren't fresh with it. And either way, those that don't have the grippy socks. But the thing is, I went to this group and only guy there, which is fine. I'm okay with it, whatever. But like, we go there and then you have to say what mood you're in and why at the start. So first person goes like, I'm happy because whatever, my son's graduating. Okay. And then this other lady is, I'm mad. I'm mad because he's here. And she points right at me. And I have a panic attack in front of people, which is great. It made her soften up a little bit, but I wish we wouldn't have done that. And I didn't go back, and I think that but it was great. It was nice. Also, I heard about someone murdering someone in a group one time, which is fun. So, like, really, man, like, I don't know if you got some stories. Like, I mean, you want to get stories, just go to the mental hospital for a little bit. I mean, seriously, like, some guy, like, I don't know, like, he put like the handle of a machete up his girlfriend's butt and took a picture and posted it online for fun, and then sold her for a gram of meth. So then I'm like, well, my dad doesn't really respect me. And
it's very hard to go into a space where like your main problem is that your brain doesn't work.
Yeah.
But like you actively try not to make it other people's problems.
Yeah.
Whereas other people are the opposite. They're like, I have made all of my problems everyone else's problem, and now I am legally here.
Yeah.
And you're like, I've never sharpened a screwdriver into anything.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes just forget where my screwdrivers are.
Yeah.
And some people they have the
sometimes
opposite.
I'll go to clean the kitchen and then there'll be my mail sitting on the counter. Then I'll look at my mail and then I'll go sign up for this thing and then I'll go do whatever. And then like the day's done. Like that's what it is. It's not like, oh my God. Okay. So since we're on the topic, right? I mean, we'll
Yeah.
just might as well just like get some. Okay, so in 2015, we knew each other then. Either way, it was kind of a dark time, whatever. I went to the hospital because with a dog leash, tried to do something that couldn't quite hold this weight, and that's why my back hurts all the time now. It's fine. All right, we're better. We're doing good. We're holding on. But while I was in there, this girl, Raina, and I won't give her last name because I don't remember it, but she was telling me that she used to be like do heroin and stuff like that, and she grabs the husband at the time was like passing out, and his dad had just passed away, and he had this little vial around his neck with like stuff. She thought it was heroin, and she's like, he's like passing out and nodding out, and he's like tops, like she's like, this is the tops. I'm like okay, so she's like, oh, this must be good heroin, so I'll shoot it up, and then nothing happened because it was his dad's ashes.
He was saying
And
pops.
He was saying pops.
He was trying to be like, if I die, please remember my bloodline. And she was like, that looks like good heroin.
Yeah. And I don't know what the last name was, but she's like, well, yeah, I guess I had two Hendersons in me. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. So I came out a little more fucked up than I was when I went in, I guess, but
honestly, sometimes the only mental health you need is comparison. And then you can sit there and be like,
that is a fair point.
You just go home and you're like, oh, I am so glad that I am just fat and sad sometimes.
Yeah, I'm so
like if the worst binge I'm gonna do is the McDonald's kind, I'm fucking set.
Like if my binge is 2 buffets in a day, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's better than, yeah.
Like
I will say,
try not to barf, but also at least I'm barfing up something and not just like internal juices that shouldn't be coming out.
Yeah. It's a good, it's a good way to look at it. I will say, Joe and I went to Kansas City. You know how we didn't get barbecue because barbecues, whatever. But we went because Joe really wanted barbecue, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So we found one, and we went to Gates. Worth it, amazing.
Hell yeah.
Really, really good, but terrifying to order. Joe's like, Joe drove the whole night, so I'm like, I'll buy barbecue and everything like that. And then we went to order, and I was like, I forgot to get drinks, and she's like, next. I'm like, and she was scary. She's like, what do you have next? And like, so I picked out my meats and everything like that, and then like, Joe luckily had the confidence to be like, let me get drinks too on this, and then she did it. But I'm like, I was never gonna do it. I was not confident enough to order drinks from that woman. And but I will say the sweet and sour is really great because the lady that helped us out was the best to ever do it. The lady that was the waitress or server was just the best to ever do it. Just the nicest lady in the world. And yeah, but I get it. Yeah, it was great though. Probably the best barbecue sauce I've had. Yeah,
man. But I every time I think about Kansas City, all I can remember is like we were broke as fuck because it was like literally the last 2 days of the tour or whatever.
Yeah,
and we get there.
I had
8 hours early. Yeah, we got there like 8 hours.
I had $12. Like I remember you even going. We went to that coffee shop, and like I got a macchiato because I thought it was going to be like a decent size like cup or something. And then like so I spent $7 of my $12 on this tiny little fucking thing that got most of it went in my mustache, and like you were eating a croissant or something. And I'm like,
but that was funny.
I will say, Kansas City, best parking in the United States.
That's all I remember is one making you listen to the entire saga of the monster fuck.
The monster fuck was
because we had so many hours to kill, and then we had parked. There was a small parking lot, and then like a couple buildings, and then the venue. So we were like right next to it already, within a minute of walking distance. But I was very determined to get better and better parking because we had nothing else going on. So we're parked in like the back corner of this parking lot, and someone like comes out of their apartment and leave. And the first time I'm like, oh fuck yeah, and I get a better parking spot, and we're still just sitting in the car for hours.
Oh yeah.
And so more people start, like, oh, it's the end of the workday. So they start leaving. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I get a little more.
So we was inch closer. Like they back out, we pull in, back out,
Yeah.
and pull in, and then
And we're at the edge of the parking spot. Now there's only street parking, but the street parking
we're
does
literally
extend.
right next to the building, right next to the door. Yeah.
Yeah, we are 2 doors down from the venue, but there's still street parking that could get us even closer. And, we've got Brian's paintings, we've got our equipment, we've got our merch. And someone comes out and they leave the street parking, and I've already heightened up the parking excitement from there. So as soon as the street parking opens up, I'm like, ah! Yeah!
No, and honestly, that was the most pumped we were in like the last 36 hours. Like we were like nothing was going on, and then we're like, oh yeah, we're getting closer parking spot.
Leaving,
and then finally at the like we were cheering and like fist bumping when we got the parking spot in front of the building, because all we could do is just wait for cars to leave and park closer.
And then it was still like 2 hours before the show was even going to start. And I'm just out front of the venue like, yeah, parking out front, even though it was only 2-hour parking. Yeah, they said it was way fine. Too early.
Sheila just said that she's super busy today. I was gonna try to get her on. We should get her on one sometime. It'd be fun. Yeah, one of these days. But yeah, either way, big shout out to her again. Yeah, but yeah,
Sheila, she just messaged these me. Songs better than the sum of their original parts.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she
adds is immeasurable. But yeah.
I was gonna try to like hit her up to get her on the podcast this weekend, but then I did a fuckload of things this weekend, and it was a heat wave out here. It was like 106 degrees.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so like I went outside every day this weekend, and I got home Sunday, and I was like, I can't.
No, I get it. Well, and I think she's had show. I mean, Hemlock has been just doing always like playing shows like crazy. Yeah. Like Wisconsin has such an awesome scene. You know what I mean? Like you could just that's why it'd be nice to get out there and like do whatever. But that's why I go there a lot. But yeah, no, either way, yeah, sometime we'll get her on here. But yeah, what do you got? What are those mirrors going on back there? Huh?
Those are just some. Are
they gold framed?
No, they're wood framed.
Wood framed mirrors,
and they're dirty because I don't clean them.
Yeah, I could tell they're dirty.
But you can kind of see the computer setup.
Oh yeah, you can. I can kind of see like what you got going. Your screen changed a little bit.
Yeah, the screen.
I was not. I cannot comment on anybody's house being dirty. Yeah. You stayed at my house the night before too, or you know how it is.
Don't worry about
a bowl of. Hey, you know that bowl of chili that I ate? You know how we were like chili heavy the first few weeks?
Yeah, we ate chili like the first couple days of tour.
Yeah. So that chili I made the night before, it was sitting in on the counter the entire time I was gone.
Oh, we were gone for like 3 weeks.
I know.
So that must have been great for you to come back and be like, it smells time. Like chili in here.
Yeah, it smells like it was all right. But I will say Amanda's chili was pretty solid, bean heavy for sure, but
I still thought it was great.
It was thick chili, yeah. I will say, okay, because I have to go to the bathroom soon, so I think we're probably gonna roll it out here soon.
We're definitely we're fucking cutting off.
But can I talk about? Okay, Bobby and I were on some illicit substances, and either way, Bobby, who is a comedian, is trying to tell me a joke, and it's not going well. I'm not laughing. I don't know what's going on. I don't get the joke. And he, on substances, just goes Zoltan. Like as a last grasp effort as he's falling into the abyss. Like I had to tell him, like, you can still be my friend. Like
it was even worse because I was like, Zoltan. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a half-assed Zoltan even, but like But anytime like that makes me laugh more than Zoltan in the movie makes me laugh.
Definitely.
Because, and that was great. But no, it was such a good time, man. I'm so glad to have these songs out here. And like, I can't thank you enough for how good of a friend you've been over the years and everything. And like, I mean, I'm finally like kind of gaining, my ground again, and things have been getting better. But like, you didn't leave, and like you've been so great, and you're such a good songwriter, and it's so good to have, I don't know, to have you in my corner, man. And like, I'm just ecstatic to have these out there, and I'm hoping that maybe if it catches on, we can get it on vinyl or something. But even if not, we made something pretty cool.
Hey, if these tracks stream even half as well as some of my last ones did, we should have enough to at least get a short run of 7 inches. They won't be out till like December, but
Who cares? Yeah,
it'll be something for us to
it'd
take
be
on
cool.
the next tour. It'd be
Yeah,
physical
it'd be
media
cool.
for us.
Yeah. Well, and
So-
like even like this Donny Days thing, I'm doing it like it's gonna be an every year thing for me now because William's my grandpa's thing, and and I'm his grandson and record like they even put me on the flyers like Brian James Hoffman, Nashville recording artist. I'm like, I don't know.
Too late.
Yeah. Oh,
Too late.
did you
Those
lose
are
me?
legally good.
Yeah, those are legally good. That's what. Yeah, and but no, it's pretty cool. But I'm excited. I need to get some more music merch out there as well. I've been doing the art thing, but I need to have some of my music as well. So it'll be good. But
Get
no,
a
man,
new redesign of the Brian Hoffman makes me sad stuff.
yeah, I
That
might have to.
that
I might
that
have to.
that one of you with the giant eyes next to the apple. That one's a classic.
It's really good. Yeah, I actually
I
have
love
that
that
on
one.
my fridge. I have that on my fridge. Ross Gonzalez, great artist out of Watertown, South Dakota, I believe. Watertown or Brookings,
yeah.
but either way, South Dakota. He's fantastic. Yeah, and he just did that because I shared it. I sent him like a snap with like the emoji eyes, and then he just decided to draw it. And like, yeah, it's pretty freaking great. Yeah, but no, it's cool stuff. But hell yeah, man, I got to piss. So I think we're gonna call it.
That's about time. And don't go piss in waterfalls. Just stick
Don't go
to
piss in
the
waterfall.
rivers and the piss that you're used to.
Used to. Yeah, that's not even. Man, you can do better than this.
So,
Zoltan.
Zoltan, I don't.
I fucking love you, dude. Thank you so much for everything. I'm excited to share this music with people. So